Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, our mission is, well, it's pretty laser focused. We're getting into the UK government's big expansion of the boiler upgrade scheme.
BUS?
You've given sources that show how this whole scheme is shifting, offering families new ways to, not just stay warm, but also to keep cool.
Which is becoming more and more important.
It really is. And let's start with a surprising fact from the data. 2025 has been a record-breaking year for heat pumps. And September was apparently the best month ever for applications. I mean, the demand is just unprecedented.
It absolutely is. And that momentum gives us the perfect context for the government's wider warm homes plan.
Right, the $13.2 billion BELO plan.
Exactly. The goal there is massive.
Yeah.
It's about bringing down bills for 5 million families and, crucially, moving away from fossil fuels.
That is an enormous number, 5 million families. When you think about that scale, is the timeline for that kind of transition to low-carbon heating, is it actually realistic?
It's a huge challenge, no doubt. But this expansion of the scheme shows they're serious about broadening the options.
Yeah.
It's not a one-size-fits-all solution anymore.
So what's new? What's actually been added?
Well, the BUS now covers 2 key additions: air-to-air heat pumps and also heat batteries.
Okay, let's unpack that air-to-air heat pump because that feels like the real game changer here.
It is, yeah.
The minister, Martin McCluskey, he called it the best of both worlds. What does that actually mean for someone at home?
It's all about dual-purpose comfort. Essentially, it works like an air conditioning unit that can also run in reverse. So you get heat in the winter.
And cooling in the summer.
Genuine cooling in the summer. And the sources confirm this is the first time any kind of air conditioning function has been eligible for government funding. It's a direct response to those long, hot summers.
That makes perfect sense. We're finally subsidizing year-round comfort. So where do the heat batteries fit into all this?
The heat batteries are more about efficiency. They use electricity, and this could be cheaper, off-peak electricity, to store up heat overnight.
And then you use it during the day.
Use it later, exactly.
Yeah.
It's about optimizing your energy usage.
Let's talk money, because this is where the policy really hits home. The existing grant for a standard air or ground source heat pump is already pretty substantial, isn't it?
It is £7,500.
Okay.
But these new grants are really targeted at accessibility, especially for different types of homes. You can now get £2,500 off an air-to-air heat pump.
And 2,500 pounds off a heat battery.
Correct.
And this is where it gets really powerful for people in smaller spaces, flats or small houses.
Yeah, this is key.
We saw that the typical cost to install an air-to-air heat pump in a flat is around 4,500 pounds. So you take that 2,500 pounds grant, that's well over half the cost covered right there. It just opens the door for so many people, especially those without central heating to begin with.
That financial help is huge. And the industry seems to agree.
What are they saying?
Well, you see quotes from places like DESNZ, the Heat Pump Association. They all confirm this gives consumers real choice and supports that year-round comfort we talked about.
So it's about cutting our reliance on that volatile fossil fuel market.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting, this isn't happening in a vacuum. The government is also consulting on other clean heating options.
Like what?
Things like modern storage heaters, infrared panels, even some renewable liquid fuels. They're trying to make sure there's a viable option for pretty much every type of home.
So what's a big takeaway for you listening to this? The drive is clearly towards giving you more choice and year-round comfort and using these subsidies to make the upfront costs feel much more manageable.
Indeed. But there is, one vital regulatory point to mention before we finish.
Okay.
While the 2,500-pound grants for the air-to-air heat pumps are available now, the sources are clear that the grants for heat batteries, they're still pending.
So there's a bit of a delay there.
A bit of one? Yes. They won't actually begin until the right product design and installation standards are fully in place.
Right.
And that leaves us with a really important question for you to think about. When a government offers major grants on brand new technology, what are the most crucial regulatory steps to get right before that public rollout really begins? That's your next deep dive.